Welcome to another episode of the British Columbia Real Estate Podcast. It's me, Ricky J, in the office again, of course, with Jeff Chadha, JC Homes. Well, how are you doing, Jeff?
I'm tired. It's been a long day of showings, a long day of meeting clients.
Life of a realtor.
Yeah, basically.
Right?
Basically, it's fun. We have a lot of fun doing it, but it does get tiring.
Yeah,
right?
Of course.
And it's a big time commitment as well, and the work-life balance sometimes takes a hit, right? But you really got to love what you do, and when I go out and meet a client, you can't go out and give only 50%. It's not fair to the client.
That's right.
So if you can't give 100%, don't take that meeting.
True,
right?
true.
And if the client respects you and you have a good working relationship, do the meeting tomorrow. But make sure you give your 100%.
Definitely.
Right? So
totally agree with
I'm
that.
tired now. After giving 100% all day long, I'm at 98% right now.
Right, okay, perfect. Well, you'd be the perfect guy for this episode. Before I get into that...
I'm the perfect guy for every episode.
That's right, especially this one, okay? If you're thinking about moving around anywhere in British Columbia, especially the lower mainland, the number will be down below. We love helping you guys out. Any real estate related questions, or even if you wanted to chat, give us a call. I'm joking about that, but if we're definitely down to help you guys out. All right, give us a call. Number will be down below. Like, comment, and subscribe, like we always say here. Episode 14, guys. Diving right into this episode, we're getting after it right now. Very popular question, and this would definitely help out a lot of people. But I wanted to ask you, Jeff, where to invest in the Fraser Valley area? That is our episode today.
Okay, well, how about this? And normally we said it before that we don't really want to talk about, the boring stats, but we'll try to make it fun this episode. Mm-hmm. Where to invest in the Fraser Valley. There's always pockets. You're always going to, have an area that might not be doing too well in sales-wise, but you got a great investment there and it just boomed. So the information we're giving today is more of a statistical information in terms of what happened just 2 weeks ago, the September market.
Yep.
In terms of sales. So what we're going to talk about right now in this episode is the sales of units, whether it be detached, townhomes, condos, and the average price point that they sold for in those areas. So let's jump right into it. Let's go with detached first. Now, this is all with the stats of September 2021 stats.
Okay.
So let's kick it with number 8, because there are basically 8 community zones type of thing in the Fraser Valley.
Fraser Valley, yeah.
And those are North Delta, Cloverdale, Mission, North Surrey, Langley, Abbey, South Surrey, and Surrey Central. Now, some people get confused with Surrey Central. What is Surrey Central? They think, that's like, North Surrey, Guildford, Whalley, but it's more like, the Bear Creek, the Fleetwoods, and all those kind of things.
All those areas combined?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. So starting... starting with
North Delta.
Yeah,
right.
Number 8.
Yeah,
right. Number 8 for detached sales. It was they sold 32 units last month.
Okay.
Then, if you go to next one, it was Cloverdale, which was 39. Then we have Mission, which was I believe 58. Then you get to North Surrey, which was 84, Langley 93, Abbey just edging out Langley at 99. Then we start getting to the bigger number here with South Surrey. Surprisingly here, South Surrey had 124, and really no surprise here for detached. Surrey Central was 157, and remember Surrey Central, Bear Creek, Fleetwood, all those things in between.
Okay.
Right?
Not just Whalley, guys. Some people think that.
But you know what? But one thing you have to remember here is that different areas have different population growth, different houses. Some areas might have bigger land mass, so you'll have homes on 15,000 square feet, where you have some areas that will have 6,000 square foot lots. Mm-hmm. Right? So smaller. The 6,000 square foot properties will obviously have more properties, right?
Okay, yeah, it makes sense.
So that's also going to change your average sale price, which we're just going to get into right now. Your average sale price also differs because you can have some homes that are going for like 4 million, 3 million. And then on the high end, and then you have on the low end, which it could be 1 million, 1.1. So then you get your average. So averagely, let's go back for with North Delta being at the 8th spot.
Yep.
The average home sold detached in North Delta was around 1.37 roughly. And then you have Cloverdale at 1.45. Mission was at 1.11. North Surrey was right around 1.5. And then you got your Langley at 1.45. Abbey. And I thought Abbey would have been a little bit higher, to tell you the truth, because of everything happening. Abbey was about 1.2. South Surrey, really no surprise here. It actually being the highest on the list was at 1.88.
Yeah.
And then we have Surrey Central at 1.54. Now, again, I just want to remind our viewership out there, these average numbers, right, it can go by, how many units are being sold at a time, how many sales are happening, how many new listings are happening, how many homes are that way. If you have an area that has majority 6,000 square foot lots, brand new, versus an area that has majority 10,000 square foot lots, brand new, the sale price is going to be different.
Yeah, it's going to vary. Of course.
So, getting off the detached market, at the very, very low end,
Townhousing.
right? It was, Rick, but the very low end, it was North Delta. At the
sorry.
highest end, it was Surrey Central.
Okay, North Delta at the top, Surrey Central. Okay.
And then, hold on, let me have my little drink here.
All right, no worries.
It's not alcoholic, don't worry.
I'm on my coffee. Please don't make fun of my little Star Wars mug that was on sale.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's coffee. But let's get on townhouses.
Okay,
right?
townhomes next.
Starting back at number 8, we got Mission. Right?
Go Mission.
Was 6 units. That seems pretty low, right?
It does.
And it's kind of surprising, but it's growing. It's growing. Then we got North Delta at 10. Cloverdale coming in at 32 units. Then North Surrey at, what was it here again? 35.
35, yep.
Abbey, 44. I would have thought Abbey would have got higher, but there's a lot of construction, a lot of things happening in Abbey, so I would have really thought Abbey would have higher there.
Yeah, I would think so as
South
well.
Surrey, 65. Langley, I'm not surprised about Langley, to tell you the truth. Langley has a lot of growth that happened there.
Definitely.
So Langley was at 115. And then, once again, top of that list, Surrey Central. Now, going back in the same order that we're going in terms of average prices. Average prices in Mission for a townhome was around the 681 point. And then North Delta, about 875,000. Cloverdale, 747,000. Surrey North, which was around 664,000. Abbey at 642,000. So, North Surrey and Abbey, look how close they are.
It's true.
Right? In terms of average sale prices.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it's
very
really,
similar.
really close.
It is.
Difference, just around the $20 mark, right? Then taking the third spot. Oh, sorry, not the third spot, but coming up to the list there is South Surrey was around 926,000.
Yeah.
Langley, 771,000. And Surrey Central, 776. Now, a quick disclaimer about the townhouse market and the pricing. As long as it has a designation as being a townhome, whether it's a 2-bedroom townhome or whether it's a 3-bedroom townhome, whether it's 1-year-old or whether it's 50-year-old, it's all going to be in that stats here, right?
Gotcha.
So you got to remember, these are just averages. Every place has a unique characteristic to itself, right?
Definitely.
Now, condos.
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 Yes.
Right? Say that a bunch of times. It sounds like something you shouldn't be saying.
Good condos.
Number 8 was Mission at 2 units only.
The lowest
that
on the
showed
list.
Up, right? That is really, really surprising. I would have thought Mission would have had more condo sales than that last month.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
North Delta at 19 units. Then we got Cloverdale at 34 units. Surrey Central at 44. Abbey Abbey, and this is really not surprising. Like I said before, I was surprised how, where Abbey was on the towns list, so only 44 units for townhouses. Abbey for condos was 88, but once again, Abbey has a lot of growth, a lot of projects happening. I expect those numbers to rise.
Yeah.
Right? South Surrey, 94. Langley, no surprise here, really. 121 units, second on the list here. And number 1, North Surrey. Surrey North.
Surrey North.
Right? And that's really not surprising, to tell you the truth. You get the SFU campus there, you got a lot of development happening there, you got the SkyTrain access there, a lot of new high-rises are even being built there in Surrey Central. So, North Surrey.
North Surrey, yeah.
So I'm really not surprised by that number. Now, going back from the 8th position for average prices, Mission was actually the cheapest average, around $335,000.
It is.
Right?
Yeah, that is.
That number is actually very, very attractive. So maybe, hey, people looking for condos, Mission actually has the cheapest average. So for investment-wise, maybe look at it. And I've been actually telling a lot of people, I see Mission having a strong growth, right? A lot of people now discovering Mission. They have a lot of things coming out there. Right, so
some people even willing to drive far out, even if their work is somewhere else. Just even Mission.
I see Mission as a place to watch. I think I see a lot of growth. I mean, I've said this with Cloverdale before, years back. I said it with Langley years back. I said it with Abbotsford years back. Now my next prediction is probably Mission.
Yeah, and definitely more land available there as well, right, compared to other regions of Fraserville.
Yeah, there is land available, and they have different areas and everything. But I guess most people were scared just to go all the way out to Mission. But the funny thing is, let's take a person that lives, I don't know, let's just say Surrey, for example, right? Well, when people talk about Mission and you live in Surrey, they think, oh, that's too far, it's too far. But then I'm like, oh, you want to go to Abbotsford? They go, yeah. Why not Mission?
Yeah, exactly.
Right, because it's right there. It's not like an hour away from Abbotsford. So geographically wise, a lot of people assume Mission is way further north, and it can take way too long. But realistically, look into it. I had a client not too long ago from the island, and she was looking at places to invest, and her realtor. That's no longer her realtor anymore, right? I'm not saying I took her away. Maybe you just found someone better.
Yeah, exactly.
But I did explain to her the benefits of looking outside of her areas that she gave me. She said, okay, well, I want to go as far as Abbotsford. And I asked her, I'm like, well, how about Mission? Oh, no, that's too far. I'm like, okay, well, let's pull up the damn map here.
Yeah.
She goes, well, I didn't realize it was that close. I'm like, well, yeah. So,
That's
and
true.
ironically, wrote an offer in Mission. Right.
I
Sorry.
agree.
To go back to our numbers here, Mission at 335,000. Then we got North Delta at 528,000. Not too underneath that would be Cloverdale at 522,000. Then Surrey Central area at 471. Now, I mean, Surrey Central, like I said, that's the Bear Creek, the Fleetwoods, and all that kind of stuff. I would have thought that number would have been higher.
That's what I was about to say right now.
I really would have thought that number would have been higher.
They've been dominating the list so far.
Yeah, I mean, mind you, it's condos, but still, I would have thought that number would have been higher.
Especially with all the other just developments and stuff going around there too, right?
Yeah. And with all the new transportations that we talked about last video about what's going on. But, that's my surprise in condos, right? It's Surrey Central area being at 471,000 averagely. Then we got Abbey at 407. South Surrey at 606, and I'm not really surprised at South Surrey being the highest average for condos, right? It's right in South Surrey. It is pretty pricey out there.
It's pretty nice out there too.
It is. Yeah.
Let's be real.
Then we got Langley at 422,000.
Yep.
And I got my wife calling me. Hold on one second here. Nidhi, I'm just in the middle of doing a video right now. I got to call you back. Thank you. Bye. Yeah. Bye-bye.
It's probably the quickest phone call I've ever seen.
Oh, it is, and I gotta store this danger on my phone when it calls. So, sorry about that. So, this was it. We don't script this. Right?
Not
we
at
go
all.
straight out.
Yeah.
So I said Langley at 422,000, and then last but not least, we have Surrey North. At 446,000. Now, we always tell people, and we said it before, we're not an encyclopedia of knowledge. We actually do our research, and you know what? Surprise, surprise. write it down for us so we know what we're talking about, right?
Yeah.
Now, with these facts, with these numbers and figures and everything, people do have to take into account that this also has units that might be brand new, a 1-year-old, and they might be 50 years old. And these are all sales that are reported on the MLS system. If people sold privately, we don't have that data because it was sold privately.
Yeah.
Right? Majority of people do put their property on the MLS system, which is really a no-brainer nowadays. But there's still also people that sell privately. So we won't have that stats. But please keep in mind, like how we said Mission is at a 335 averagely, right? Well, you're not going to get a brand new 2-bedroom condo at 335, so don't go there and be like, oh, well, Jeff and Ricky told me averagely it's 335,000, so I want this brand new place at 335,000. Not going to happen, right? But this is just the average. But you also have to take into account age, size, how many bedrooms, all those nice stuff.
Yeah, there's going to be different variables, guys, right? Also, these stats are reported by the Fraser Valley Real Estate Board, right?
Yes,
and
correct.
we'll be putting that either in a link or I'll be posting a little snippet or on the screen for you guys here if you see it. But just in case not, we'll put a link in there for all our other audio listeners on streaming platforms. So
when
you guys,
Rick says we, actually it's him.
it's me, but we'll say
I'm
we.
lazy.
Okay. No, and then compared to these numbers, like I'm still shocked that condo units sold in Mission was 2.
Only 2, right?
Yeah, 2 and 6 for townhomes.
I mean, we can go way more into the stats and talk about how many new listings have come out and how many sales have happened from this year September versus last year September. Then we can go back at what's the percentage change from August to September. But I said before, and I don't really like doing the whole stats, things you can read yourself. I like doing more real stuff.
Exactly.
Right, up to date, what's going on now. Doesn't mean we can't talk about it. Doesn't mean that if you call us, we're not going to talk about that either. Right?
Yeah, we had to do one of these episodes for you guys too, just to switch it up a little bit, switch gears.
Well, I mean, I had to do it because Rick said I have to do it, so I didn't really have a choice. The guy's actually a very mean person off camera. Very mean. I actually didn't want to come in today, and Rick literally yelled at me. So
yeah, and it is a Friday night. I'm actually surprised I was able to get Jeff in here.
Yeah, well,
I was like, it was getting kind of late.
Getting kind of late. It's still pitch black outside now, right?
Yeah, and I know you don't want me talking about the weather too much. You get choked, but
Yeah,
it's
I mean,
raining
I know,
like crazy right now.
Well, it's raining. It's raining, right? How you said about the last weather.
Raining. Yeah. Any last pieces you want to add for this episode number 14, before we wrap it up here?
Is it 14 or 13?
It's 14.
Oh, I don't remember.
Yeah, I do remember this time.
Not really. Like I said, I mean, hopefully our viewership knows we like to be very raw and straight and direct, and we don't rehearse. Doesn't mean we don't prepare prior to, but we're also not going to read a script off a screen.
Definitely not scripted, as you guys can see.
We like being real, and it's more of a friend conversation, really. Right?
Yes.
And you're just having fun with it.
That's
I mean,
right.
real estate's so stressful enough as it is, without having the agent you hire making it more stressful.
Very
Right.
complicated, lots to learn, lots of things going on.
There is. One of these clients that I picked up, she was telling me that the realtor that they had hired before was just so rude, aggressive. She took him out. Well, pressure, yeah. But took them out 3 times, and they couldn't make their mind up. And the realtor said, "Well, I can't work with you. I can't deal with you." That's not the way to be. We're in the service industry. I can't expect you to go out twice and find a property right away, especially in this market. It's tough to buy something.
It's tough, especially with the low inventory.
And trying to make it fun. I joke around with my clients, right? So I mean, the last client we had, the mother and daughter are fighting over, okay, well, I'm taking the king size room or the master bedroom, and the mom's like, well, I'm taking the master bedroom, and I looked at both of them. I'm like, okay, both of you don't have it because there's no offer on the table yet, so I don't know what you're arguing about, because we don't have the master bedroom yet. Put an offer on, and then we'll talk about that.
Yeah, of course,
Right?
of course.
But other than that, Rick, it's just it's pretty straightforward.
There you have it, guys. Episode 14. All right, another one down for the books. Oh, you have a book coming out.
Oh, but it came out.
Came out. I didn't get a copy yet. I just saw it today.
Well, you got to pay for it.
Well, there you go. You can fill them in right now.
Yeah, we just finished our buyer's guide book. We're coming out with a seller's guide book coming out very shortly. We have a magazine coming out as well, which is quite exciting. There's a lot of things that are in movement right now, right? That we're really excited to bring out. So more than just our hoodies, we've sent a few out.
That's right.
But if you also want a copy of the book, I have, Rick, I'll give you the link for the digital copy if somebody wants it online.
Yeah, we'll put it in the notes.
That way, if you decide that you do want a book, you put your information there, and we'll have one mailed out to you too.
It'll be in the description, guys. So if you guys want it, just comment, let us know you want it.
Yeah,
we'll give you guys the
this is
digital
the
copy.
buyer's guide. And like I said, I think it's here somewhere, right? Yeah.
It is right there.
Like I said, it's an actual book, back to front. Right,
good quality. I gotta say.
Yeah, I'm very happy with the quality. Mm-hmm. Right,
I would say it's a nice quality book.
Is it a boring read? I mean, come on, reading books in general. I'm not a book reader, so I try to make it as not novelesque, right, but more straight to the point. So, if you guys want a copy of this, my seller's guide's coming out soon too. So we have a copy of that as well, and we've got some coming out. In the short little while here.
That's right, and possibly an interview going down next Friday for the next episode, guys, which would be released on the following Thursday, okay, with possibly another guest. Just real quick, about potentially with the low inventory still going on, right, over the next maybe 3 to 4 months, let's just talk about Fraser Valley in general.
Okay.
Right, overall has had quite low inventory, right?
Yep.
Now, do you see, I know you can't foresee the future, but typically based on what's been going on, right, would you say that home prices would continue to skyrocket to a certain extent? As they did?
Here is my honest answer.
That's what we want to hear.
I have no bloody idea. But if you look at the history of stats, low inventory, price, and high demand will increase prices.
Yes.
Right? And the reason why I'm saying I have no idea, next month if there's a surge of people saying, hey, I want to sell my property, and all of a sudden you have 1,000 new properties on the market, and you have a demand of 800 people, that means there's going to be 200 surplus.
Yeah.
It'll end the bidding wars. You got 1,000 properties, you got 800 buyers, that means you got a surplus of 200. Right?
Oh,
so then you have an extra
Too
inventory.
much, sorry. Yeah,
right?
sorry.
So it gives buyers a chance to do everything. Right now, I find it hard for a seller or anybody to say it's not a seller's market, right? I mean, multiple offers everywhere. I mean,
sorry, that's what I meant. I meant to, yeah.
Well, we should really touch on another day, another video, because this really does grind my gears too right now. Being an agent in this industry and dealing with a lot of buyers, the frustration buyers are having, the public are having as well, with these listing prices that are at, like, say, 1.1, and the houses are selling at 1.8.
Yeah, I've been hearing a lot about that.
I think it's getting to a threshold point where I can see the public now start pushing back a bit. And at what point is the realtor responsible? Right? I mean, we can say, hey, the seller is asking us to do it, right? But at what point is the realtor responsible? So I'm going to leave the video on that topic, but I think we can talk a lot about that topic at another point in time.
We'll save it for another video.
But I think that's a good way to lead off.
Okay.
At what point is it realtor responsibility? Because realtors get the blame for it. So at what point should it now actually be the responsibility of the agent without getting the blame for it?
That's right. That's a good topic, actually, to make a video on.
Fantastic topic.
We definitely will do that in the future. And if there's anything else you guys want us to talk about in another podcast episode, drop it in the comments. You can also email us as well at bcrealestatepodcast@gmail.com. And like I always say, if you're thinking about moving around to and or in around British Columbia, number will be down below. Like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. One quick thing as well, thank you to all our Spotify listeners and all other major streaming platforms. We're going to be on iTunes very, very soon. I just resent the application because we ran into an issue. I was telling you about that yesterday, remember? Yeah, I was working on it for a long time, actually, a couple hours, but we've got it figured out. So we're going to be on there pretty soon for anybody who's using iTunes. And don't know if you know this, but we actually have a couple listeners in Zimbabwe on Spotify. Really? So if you guys are wanting a hoodie, Jeff will gladly take care of the shipping cost. Just comment in the comments. Right?
Well, now that he said it, I guess I have to. come out of Rick's paycheck, though. Don't worry about it.
All right, guys, we're going to end it off on that one. Thanks again, Jeff, for coming in and doing this on this Friday night. I know you're busy and you probably want to get back to maybe working. Are you working now?
No, I want to finish and have a beer.
Okay. Well, at least you're honest. I've kind of cut back on drinking, so, I'll let you enjoy that. I'm drinking coffee.
Why are you making it sound like I'm the devil here?
No, that's not cut back. I'm not
I'm
saying.
not cutting back?
Well, I don't know. what
One
people
beer
are
bad?
No, I didn't say one. I'm cutting
beer.
carbs. I'm cutting carbs right now.
You're cutting carbs. Okay, well, so I'll go get you those 0 carb beer.
Is there 0 carb beer?
Well, I don't know. I have no idea.
Those would be like nudes or something.
I'm not trying to get nude with you. You already know about your nude photos and pictures you do at parks.
Okay, that was a bad segue
time,
thing.
bad
Okay,
thing
bad
to
time,
do,
bad
but-
thing to say. Okay. Anyways, we're okay, guys. Episode 14, BC Real Estate Podcast. Love you guys. Thank you for all the support.
Love you guys.
We'll be back. We'll be back again next week. Okay, peace out, everybody.